Welcome back, family. Welcome back to the Reiki Healing Hope community. I'm so happy to facilitate this healing space for you. This is another requested video. This is a physical healing and illness video. So I'm really excited to get into this. We're going to do our traditional Reiki symbols, and we're going to go into the healing. But to start out at first, if you're new to the community, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, but most importantly to comment. And I answer all your comments. I love to hear what's going on with you. As a reminder, sign up for the Sunday 11/11 group healing. Every Sunday I do a distant healing for all of the clients I've ever had, including anyone in our community who needs a healing. I generally pray for financial success and general health, but if there's something that you're looking for in particular, I can do that as well too. And if you need something just private and just you and I working together, you can also book a healing appointment with me too, and all of that is in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get started. As we do with all of our sessions, we open up with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, just a prayer to connect us in community and root us down in our individual healing journeys. So, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I take your hand? Okay. Deep breath here. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for our highest good, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, the Archangels, the Ancestor, Spirit Guide, Spirit Animals, our lineage, and all for our highest vibrational good only. Please connect us in our individual healing path, root us down as a community, and move us forward in our evolutionary path. Let us release any blockages preventing us from moving forward into excellent health. And I say all of this in the name of I Am. So 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Inhale. Exhale. So continue to breathe here on your own, taking deep breaths here. Feeling this in your body, all throughout your limbs, your back, your front body, side body. And as you do that, I'm going to do the Reiki symbol. Okay. Just trying to see where you are. Now, with this being a physical healing, what we're doing is we're connecting several systems together. We're connecting the energetic system, the emotional system, of course, the physical system, and any of these other systems working within us that have created the opportunity for illness. A lot of times the illness can be chronic, meaning long term. It can be acute, short term. And it's usually wrapped up in other symptoms. You might notice that it's not 100% clear cut. If it was, you probably would have been able to get it treated very well. But it's probably a lot of sprinkle of this, and that, in trying to manage the symptoms of what's going on. So you have things that could be muscular issues, skeletal issues, broken limbs and things like that, chemical, hormonal, regulatory issues in which you're not having the correct chemicals releasing in your brain. You're not having the correct hormones releasing in your brains. You're not having the correct regulatory systems. There could be blockages in your veins. It's just a lot of things that create that physical illness. And then you have that on top. It's layers. The next layer back is, what is your environment that you're surrounded by? Who is surrounding you? And it's easy when you look at a negative environment and you're easily able to see, like, I can see where this is not working out. But sometimes you can be in a environment where people genuinely love you, but there's an enabling going on. There's kind of deep family rooted things. Oftentimes I'll see loyalty issues come up, and loyalty being that you want to protect a family member's feeling. Let's say your mom. You want to protect your mom's feelings. So you will root down in a certain kind of way of living all the way to your energetic structure, so that as kind of like a twisted way of paying homage to her. And you can also see this when you go up in the chakras, not just the 7th chakra, but working in like the 11th, the 12th chakra. When you get into those ancestor things, that's when you get these family pathologies, these generational things that people hold on to. So it can be a combination of things. I think the biggest picture of all is understanding that the soul comes into this life with a clear understanding of the obstacles it's going to go against. And it's agreed to these obstacles because it's going to do, one or two things. It's going to raise your physical vibrational energy to the point where you become a beacon of light, or you're going to get to a point where you're not going to want to have that physical experience anymore, and you're going to want to return to source, God, energy through transition, through death essentially. But that doesn't always look so good in the physical form. At the end of the day, the goal is to get to a lighter, higher energetic form. So it is your choice to choose throughout your life, through the decisions you're making, through the way that you go about life. What do you want? Okay? So bringing it in, doing this internal work takes a lot of time before you see the physicality. And when you're doing this work, it doesn't always mean that you're in a meditation practice and then you do it for 3 years and now your broken leg is healed. No, not at all. It's more of you're going inside to get the wisdom that you need to go see the right doctor to fix your leg, or to go see the right person to give you that financial opportunity, or to go see the right person to heal your family, your marriage, your whatever that is. That's what we're doing here, to give you clarity and to clear away the space here. So whatever that is, this illness, mental, physical, anything that's just literally taking up too much space in your life, go ahead and become aware of that in your body. You don't have to ruminate or overthink of the history of it. Just be aware of it. This is what it is. And continue to breathe deeply here, filling up positive, rejuvenating energy. Exhale, letting something go. I'm just getting you in a flow here, preparing you for the session. Continue to breathe here. Filling up, exhale, up, exhale, up, exhale, up. Now, going into your solar plexus, looking at your space right there. I want you to breathe right here in your solar plexus. I'm actually going to place this on your solar plexus bringing this hand as a way to draw out. Ask yourself what you need to learn by being sick. I know it's a crazy question, but ask yourself what your soul has asked to learn by being sick, by having an illness. Take a couple more moments here. Breathe into it, whatever is the first thing that comes up. Breathe into it. Release it, let it go. Now, from a karmic standpoint, ask yourself, where did it come from? This life, earlier this life, lifetimes ago, family, ancestors, what is it? And as you do that, I'm going to lift up. Just taking anything, taking up too much space. Where did it come from? Continue to breathe deeply here, feeling it in your limbs, feeling it in your body, your endocrine system, skeletal system, feeling it here. Specifically noticing whatever your physical illness is. Getting to the origin and the root. And it could be just one word. If it's just one word, trust it. Okay. So getting to that understanding. Now let's go for the actual pain management of it. Those are the symptoms, the things that come out in the physical form. We're going to go right there to your heart chakra. And we're going to place this on your heart chakra. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let go. Dear Mother, Father, God, please connect us so that we may be able to root down in our healing journey. Let us relieve this physical experience and move forward in our evolutionary path. Let us let it go. Let us release the karma, release the baggage, release the need. If that is not your will, let us have a clear understanding of the path in front of us to incorporate or understand why we are experiencing this. Let us trust in you 100%, no matter what. And as we exhale, we release any need to judge, any need to fear, and we own our experience, finding power in any little crevice, even in the darkest times, finding that eternal light always within our heart, our connection with you, Source, Universe, God, so that we may always find our way home. I say all of this in the name of I am. Now, whatever that hurt symptom is, focus on that symptom, bringing your ear to it. Start to see your cells moving. If it's a reaction that happens in your body, your muscle tenses, or, your brain is sending a chemical reaction saying, I'm in pain, things like that. Go into your cells. I know this is funny, but go into your cells. Go into the actual mechanism of what you're doing and slow it down. Especially if you're feeling pain in this moment, go into the cells and redirect them. Go into your brain, go into the actual part of your body, and let your air slow them down as you take a deeper and deeper breath. When you're exhaling and you're letting go of that energy that's allowing that reaction to happen. Slow it down. Slow down that energy. Exhale, letting it go, letting that force go. Taking the charge out, taking the batteries out of it. Feeling that grow, larger and larger, allowing that calmness to reach unaffected limbs, unaffected areas, smoothing it over. Now I want you to release and let go. Let go. Do not fear. Do not fear. Trust. Trust in yourself. Do not fear. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Now, as you're breathing here, if you have any questions that you want to ask the universe, ask God, ask yourself, your higher self, whatever makes you feel comfortable, the terminology, ask. If you say, I don't want to experience this anymore, how can I move on? Receive the answer. Or if you're healing, you've healed from something and you felt like, wow, I missed a lot of life dealing with this. Where do I go next? Ask that. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get an answer you don't want to hear, because it's going to require you to do something that raises your vibration. If you have some physical illness, you may be called to be a light carrier of that, meaning finding your courage, putting yourself out in front, and helping those with less resources than you that are experiencing it. You're going through the experience so that you can go lead other people out of it, and you're strong enough to bear the weight of it. It takes a lot of courage to be called to that. There are some of you also who are being called as healers in general, and you're having your spiritual awakening. That's usually when you're having kind of like these strange medical things just happening. But it's a crisis of the soul, because the status quo, or the limited view that you kind of want to be thinking, being happy in your bubble, it's no longer working. You're being called to bring wisdom, bring light, and help others through their healing journey. And that's just a part of the path, because a lot of healers, and we'll just look at it from the shamanic tradition, they're usually people who grew up in excruciating circumstances, because their life had to be almost a testament to how to bring light and love and be in something that's very lower vibrationally. So this just might be your awakening. So you need to find your teacher. That's what that's more about. And then, of course, there are some who they are transitioning. And I know that this is a difficult topic to have. We want to all feel like, let's just heal. Let's stay in the physical. But maybe they have done all that they needed to do, or they are ready to move on in the spiritual sense and be a light worker in that way, to be someone's guide, to be someone's angel in a sense. And I would say that is a minority of people, but it happens at the end of the day, understanding that I'm going to use the term contract, but the agreement between you, God, the universe, is stronger than any physical healing, whether that is an actual doctor, whether that is energy work. That's the agreement of your soul, and you've been given opportunities to leave at different times, exit plans, and you might be coming up on an exit plan. So it's your choice to take it or not. If you do not take it, you have to transform your life. And that's understandably excruciatingly difficult, especially if you're in a lot of pain, if you're going through so much. But if you stay in the physical and you navigate that, just your story is going to heal a lot of people. You will be that light bringer of this thing. So it's up to you. You can release the physical and allow yourself to be on the journey to transition. Transition doesn't mean tomorrow. It could be in 10, 15, 20 years. But your life in the physical just kind of starts to drain out. Or you can be a light bringer in which you're going through all of these things. And you are inspiring others to have courage. Maybe even sometimes when you don't have courage, but the fact that you just take another step each day is enough to bring healing to someone. So continue to breathe there. Understanding. So we have smoky quartz holding the space right now for us to see outside of ourselves, see this vision. We have our clear quartz, our master healer, that if your soul wants the healing, if it's a part of the agreement, a part of the journey, that it's receptive. And I chose specular hematite because not everybody responds well to specular hematite. It's very heavy, but what it does is it cuts away from the fantasy of things. It gets to the hard truth. And when we talk about transition, when I say transition, I'm talking about death. When we talk about transition, we talk about illness, whether it's not something as serious as transition, but you're still in a lot of pain to the quality of your life. We have to cut through the illusion and look at it for what it is, especially when we get into soul contracts, soul agreements, things like that. So it's heavy, heavy stuff. And it's not easy to talk about. It's individual. I can't look at you and tell you this is what, your destiny is. Only you can, because you're constantly moving this destiny. You're being given options. You're giving yourself options. So just breathing in here. You have your crystals grounding you down. I'm just going to move away anything taking up too much space. And whatever realities came up for you today, I want you to trust yourself, accept them as they are. Come back to them in your meditation practice. Remember, 5 minutes a day is enough. Mercury is now in retrograde, so you need to go inside. External things aren't going to be moving as quickly, but if you do this internal work, you're going to amplify that. So when you start with the internal, it then has to come into the external. When you do things during a retrograde period, you're amplifying how quickly you're doing things on the inside, so that when it goes direct, those things start to just open up and blossom. So continue just in this space one more moment. I want you to take 3 deep breaths to close this up. And inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. Fabulous. Let's disconnect. Thank you, God. 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 Thank you, God, for giving us the opportunity to explore our heart and our soul. Please allow us to trust any wisdom that has come up today and move forward in our next evolutionary path. I say all of this in the name of I Am. Well, per usual, you've done a fantastic job. Continue rooting yourself down. Be kind to yourself during this Mercury in retrograde for November 2019. And go into your soul to understand these physical things. You can use your breath work. You can use your energetic mental space when it comes to relieving some of the symptoms of pain. But most importantly, understanding why, understanding what you want to do, and moving forward, being at peace with whatever that decision is between you and universe to move forward. But continue doing the hard work. This was a requested video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and comment your journey if you want to share something. You all definitely open up and share and pour your hearts out, and I appreciate that, and I read it, and I love to hear what's going on. But until next time, if no one has said it to you, I'm going to go ahead and say it to you. I love you. You have these beautiful things coming your way, and I cannot wait to see them unfold. So until